Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Phoenix track. I just randomly picked it, so it's just something I can, drive on, practice on a little bit, and not worry too much about
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
my. Oh, there it is. Not worry too much about what I'm doing, so I can talk to you all about the solution to my Season 1 problem. First off, for those that haven't watched the South Point Year 1 video on YouTube, the problem is that no matter what I do in that race, crash out,
All clear.
win, come in second, just come in wherever, whatever. I cannot. The game freezes during that race, so I cannot get past that point. So I have no means of skipping it. So I have decided that the solution to that problem is that Sweel has contracted COVID and will be out for the remainder of Season 1. Yes,
All
it's
clear.
the playoffs, but, things happen, and I'm just going to go with that as the solution. So, fearing that also will be the issue in Season 2, I am trying to leave that race on the schedule, but I'm going to move that race to the final race of the season, replacing the Phoenix race. So I'm going to put Phoenix where South Point is and put South Point where Phoenix is. So I don't have the schedule up as to what things were. I suppose I could back out of this and show you all what the plan was. I mean, it's not like this race means anything, and I'm already having problems with handling on. Oh,
Clear
come
down
on!
low. Black
Oh,
flag is in the air. It's for
well,
us.
let's just turn to garage.
It's in the
How do we
air.
go
It's for us.
Let's quit. Accept. Let's look at what the schedule would have been. So I'll go in and show you what the schedule would have been, so that we see how it would have finished. And I should probably bring up my spreadsheet, because I have a Google Drive spreadsheet, Google Sheets spreadsheet of what the plan was. Where is that? While I'm working on that as well. So let's back out of this, back out of that, back out of that, and we go to race modes. Championship, Emerald Cup, 88%. And I'm just so sad that that's not going to get any farther along. All right, so with 4 races left in the season, like I said, Sweel has contracted COVID, and I'm giving Lou the win in. Is this the 22nd? Let's see. This is race 33, or 80. So what was the race before this? Oh, that was a day. So I'm giving I'm giving him the win because I have won multiple times, but he's just not in the last 3 races. So no races for Lou Sweel. So for Season 2, so this is how it would have gone. So next would have been Homestead, Miami, which I think is just like the actual NASCAR. Then it would have been Martinsville, and would have ended with Pocono. The reason I chose Pocono is because Pocono had 2 options, and I think Yeah, Pocono had two options, and I wanted to do something um, with a race name on it. So that was that theory. So it didn't happen. So next season, what I'm going to end up doing to fix it is Phoenix was going to be the replacement for Pocono, but I'm going to take that Phoenix and I'm going to move it to where the South Point 400 is. So this will be Phoenix, and this will be Las Vegas. So we'll finish in Las Vegas. And I might as well make the other changes for season 2, the announcements, because there's no better time to do it like the present. So, Gatorade will be taking over as the primary sponsor of the Loose Wheel number 5. The Canadian Tire Race, which I had listed as the Canadian Tire 500, which was the 500 was already wrong, will be known as the PlayStation 300. The Toyota Owners 400 will be replaced with the Federated Auto Parts 400. So that Richmond race will be moving earlier in the season. It's still Richmond. It's just it's going to become a night race. The Quaker State 400 in Kentucky will replace the Kansas race in the regular season. So let's see here. Race 13, way back here. Let's go back here. So the Digital Alley 400, which was a Kansas night race, is going to be replaced by Kentucky, the Quaker State 400. And that is because the Digital Alley 400 replaces the Hollywood Casino 400 in the playoffs. And the Hollywood Casino 400 is right there. So changing this day race to a night race. The Indianapolis Oval replaces the Richmond race later in the season. So the Federated Auto Parts 400 was race 24. Because that moved earlier in the season, now I will bring back basically the Brickyard 400. So I'm going to be using the Big Machine Vodka 400 at the Brickyard. So we'll have an Indianapolis race. I already mentioned the Pocono finale is replaced with the Phoenix finale, which would have been known as the Emerald Specter 500. But because I'm swapping those races, so the South Point 400 will be the finale in Las Vegas, and the Emerald Specter 500 will be the 33rd race of the season. And commentary will be happening during races in Season 2. I would like to know if people would like me to do them as Loose Wheel, which is what the original intention was, or if you would like them to be done as myself, DJ, as like a car, like a team owner or something like that. Your preference will be taken into account, and we'll see how that goes. But I wanted to have a short little info session to relay all this to everybody that might be wondering what's going on, because I haven't been on in a while, and it's not because I haven't wanted to relay this, it's because I haven't had a chance to jump on. So there's that. So sorry I haven't been on in a while, but it's that's what's going to happen. So Loose Wheel is coming back. With Christmas being in the heat of this here, I'll try to start season 2 before Christmas hits, but it's likely going to start after Christmas is over. And we'll rearrange some races so that things can be hopefully not freeze. And if it looks like it's going to freeze like that all the time, I'll just switch to the actual NASCAR season race, season schedule, and see if that works better. Because I'm using a custom schedule because I like racing on road courses, a lot. They interest me a lot. So I was going to slowly start ramping up more road courses, but if it's going to be giving me problems like this, obviously that's going to hinder my ability to do that. So there's that. The other reason I'm kind of dragging my feet a little about starting season 2 is I'm hoping for the DLC that's been promised to drop, and I really hope that that's going to drop sooner rather than later. I'm not in a rush for them to push it out immediately. I would just like to have that to see if what improvements come out. Because I would also like to start a career of me and do a not necessarily do a custom car or anything, but race a career of myself. And I don't know if I'm going to do Xfinity or not, or just do the Cup Series. But I can tell you I'm not going to do trucks. Although the trucks are starting to interest me. But I have zero interest in the dirt. I can tell you that. Zero. So that's all I have for tonight. So I want to thank you for joining me. And if you want to chime in, you can @ me on Twitter. It's @Emerald Specter with what kind of commentary you would like. @Emerald Specter. You'd rather listen to Lou Sweel talk on video, or you'd rather listen to Lou Sweel's crew chief. We'll just call it crew chief. Just let me know. If I don't hear anything, I will plan ahead with Lou Sweel being the one. So we'll go with that. That'll be the default. So if I don't hear from anybody, you'll hear me as Lou Sweel with my terrible Southern accent. And I'll be back with Lou Sweel as soon as I have something to show. So as soon as I get the cars designed up, you'll start seeing them on Twitter @Emerald Specter, because I take screenshots of them, save them to Twitter so that I can add them on my computer to mock up the YouTube covers. So you can keep an eye on that too. But I also use the Emerald Specter Twitter for other things, so I guess don't get offended. Thank you, and we'll see you in the future.